We have a big game already here in just week 2 of the regular season. The New York Jets have not won the AFC East since 2002. It's 2025. The Patriots had their dynasty, and now the Bills, the team that we are about to play, they have won the AFC East 5 years in a row. During this stretch, the Bills have dominated the Jets head-to-head, winning 8 of the 10 games. The Bills have outscored the Jets 265 to 148 in the 2020s. Let's see if Ben Portis could change the Jets' fortune. First, the Buffalo Bills. Of course, the Bills have an MVP at quarterback in Josh Allen. Last year's MVP, he put up 4,262 total yards and had 40 total touchdowns while only turning it over 8 times. Here is Elijah Moore, a former second-round pick of the Jets in the 2021 draft, spent 2 years in New York with the Jets. Now here he is in New York again. But with the Bills doing damage against us, he's going to make another catch already. 3rd and 11 across midfield for Josh Allen. He's got time. He'll go deep for Isaiah Likely, and he's going to bring it in. Isaiah Likely was acquired from the Ravens in the preseason. Had 5 catches, 34 yards, and a touchdown against his old team in week 1. Meanwhile, here goes James Cook up the middle, and he'll make it goal to go for Buffalo. At the 1 on 3rd down, it's a quarterback sneak, and Josh Allen takes it in for his 67th career rushing touchdown. The Bills assert themselves early and are on top 7-0. The Jets can match. Fields is going to hit Garrett Wilson. Nice to see him making a catch early in this one. Had to wait all the way until the second half to see Garrett Wilson make his first catch of the game in week 1. Mason Taylor over the middle, can't come up with it. Matt Milano with the PBU. Or 9. Fields has time. He'll throw over the middle again, and this time hit Thompson in the head. He wanted Breece Hall. It'll be incomplete, and Jets will punt it away. Buffalo with an opportunity to make it a 2-score lead already. Speaking of already, Elijah Moore, 5 catches in the first quarter against the team that drafted him. Up at the 40-yard line. Allen getting the ball out of his hands quickly to James Cook, who got left all alone. And Cook is down at the New York 40-yard line. 1 minute to go in the first. Cook bouncing his run outside and somehow avoiding multiple defenders. He'll make Tony Adams eat dirt. And Cook is going to put Buffalo back in the red zone. In the second quarter, Allen from an empty look is going to run over Michael Carter. Quinnen Williams will bring him down from behind. It is going to be goal to go for Buffalo, though. At the 3 on 2nd down. It's a play action fake, and Isaiah Likely is going to get into the end zone. 2 games with the Bills and 2 touchdowns with them. And he did just sign a 3-year, $28.8 million extension, meaning we will have to deal with him for a few more years in Buffalo. A much-needed first down picked up by the Jets. Their defense was on the field basically the entire first quarter, so they could use some rest, and the way to give them rest is to put together a drive on offense. And Hall is going to help us do that. A good pitch by Fields as Breece Hall sprinting down the sideline to the 36 of Buffalo. Jets on the move, and so is Arian Smith. He went in motion all day back there for Fields, facing only a 3-man rush, but nobody getting open. So he's going to run for a first down. Could have picked up a few more yards had Breece Hall thrown a block there. After a loss of 4 on first down, Fields running at a time. Hits Garrett Wilson, and with a head of steam, he's going to pick up the first down. They'll make it goal to go for the Jets. 3rd and goal at the 6. Fields to his left for Wilson. He'll make the catch short of the end zone, though. So it's going to be 4th and goal at the 1. Down by 14 with the way the Bills' offense is playing. Not much of a decision to make. The Jets are going to go for it, and they will get it. It's a touchdown for Allen Lazard, the 8th-year wide receiver out of Iowa State, as his first touchdown of the year, and that'll cut the lead in half. Buffalo back with the ball again. Allen under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Will McDonald, the 4th, bringing him down. Josh Allen only got sacked 14 times last year. He's a tough man to bring down. Great to know that we have a player that's capable of doing that. But the sack, it's going to be erased right away. Joshua Palmer moving the sticks. Cross midfield with under 2 minutes to go in the half. Allen On 3rd and 8, it's Isaiah Likely to throw on the move, and it is going to keep this drive going for Buffalo. Allen looking and running with nobody open. Even if you cover everybody, he could just take off and pick up a huge chunk of yardage as he's up to the 5. At the 1 on 2nd down, it's Cook diving into the end zone. A rushing touchdown for James Cook, who had 18 total touchdowns last year. He's got his first touchdown of this year. Let's see how aggressive the Jets want to be with no timeouts remaining in the first half. Garrett Wilson will make a catch across midfield, and he's out of bounds with 9 seconds to go. Still not quite in range for Harrison Mevis. Need a few extra yards. Arian Smith is going to run upfield after making the catch instead of heading for the sideline, and then he'll end the half. A brutal mistake by the rookie wide receiver out of Georgia. That'll certainly earn him some time on the bench. Breece Hall with a strong run to begin the 3rd quarter. He is up over 50 yards on the ground in this one. Jets are going to go for it on 4th and 2 at midfield. Breece Hall met behind the marker. He's going to get some help from Greg Russo. Luckily for the Jets, I don't think Hall would have gotten that first down without his help. Another 4th and short. The Jets going for it again and getting it again. That time it was Fields on a QB sneak. Just shows you that the Jets are not feeling very confident in their defense. Fields to a man all alone behind the defense, and he misses him. That was Mason Taylor, the rookie tight end, still looking for his first catch in the NFL, and that would have been a great time for it. Fields another deep shot. This time for Josh Reynolds, and he underthrows it. Overthrows the first one, underthrows this one, and Harrison Mevis is out here for a 57-yard try. His kick is up, and it is good. It'll be 21-10 after a new career long for Harrison Mevis. But still, the Bills are on top by 2 scores. And their offense, it has been humming all game long. Great throw by Josh Allen, dropping that into Isaiah Likely. Waiter on the drive. Allen facing a blitz, so fire to the end zone for Elijah Moore, who will score on Sauce Gardner and against the team that drafted in the Jets. And number 18 for the Bills will put them up by 18 in the 3rd. Jets basically have to be perfect the rest of the way if they want to have a chance in this one. Hey, there's Mason Taylor's first catch in the NFL. He's got one more career reception that his Hall of Fame dad, Jason Taylor, had in the NFL. Just forget that his dad was a defensive end during his playing days. Breece Hall on the screen, getting a couple of blocks on 3rd and 13. A run to the 33 of Buffalo, or maybe a big spark plug type of play. Fields on 3rd down with a defender in his face. Will not get a throw off. He's going to be sacked. And that is Dwayne Carter getting his first sack in the NFL. It's too far to go for it on 4th and 16. Harrison Mevis trying a 56-yard field goal this time, and he's got the juice to put it up and through, make it 2 for 2, and make it a 2-score game. 28-13 in the 4th. The Bills, their offense, it has been unstoppable. I mean, come on. That is Quincy Williams, one of our best players on defense, at least our best linebacker. Just getting thrown off by James Cook. Allen on 3rd down, lobbing and connecting with Khalil Shakir. What are we supposed to do? You blitz, you get burned over the top. You don't blitz, and Allen will find somebody open underneath or run for a first. Even their fullback is making plays. Reggie Gilliam will catch a touchdown. And that is Josh Allen's 200th career passing touchdown in the NFL. Just incredible what the Bills offense has been able to do in this one. Not giving the Jets much of a chance. We have not forced a single punt in this game. Haven't forced a field goal in this game. The defense has done nothing for us in this one. So I decided to kind of call it and put a lot of backups or depth receivers out there, like Malachi Corley. Also, Arian Smith back on the field after he made that mistake in the first half to end it. He was benched for the 3rd quarter. He's made a couple of catches late in the 4th to get us goal to go at the 4-yard line. We just still have some starters out there, including Garrett Wilson, who has his first touchdown of the year, yet does come in garbage time. But better than having no touchdowns this year. And that is going to do it. We end up losing 35-21 to the Bills and fall to 1-1 on the year. We will not see the Bills again until Week 18, the final week of the regular season. And to that, I say good. We are clearly not ready to challenge them for the AFC East crown, and have a lot of things we need to work on between then and now. Our defense, they got shit on all game long. We forced 0 punts, 0 field goals, and had no takeaways. So yes, the Bills scored a touchdown every single drive they were out there, where the game ended with them out there on offense. Our offense, it had no turnovers. We were efficient. If I had to make a complaint about the offense, it would be that we didn't score enough touchdowns early. Had we scored a couple of touchdowns early, maybe the Bills' offense would have felt more pressure and potentially made a mistake or two, and that could have let us be in the game. Speaking of games, Arian Smith will be out at least one game with a hip pointer injury, Jamin Davis with a quad strain, and Buddy Johnson with a high ankle sprain. With Arian Smith out, expect to see more of Josh Reynolds at wide receiver. At linebacker, we are so thin we can't even play this next game, so we had to make a move, and that move is to activate Michael Barrett off the practice squad to the active roster. Donovan Edwards will be going to the practice squad from the active roster in order to open up the roster spot for Michael Barrett. Didn't do anything wrong, but don't really need 4 running backs on our roster at the moment. Let's try to extend Quincy Williams. He is on the last year of a 3-year, $18 million contract. Only wants $21.6 million over 3 years, so not that much of a pay raise that he's expecting. He has been a consistent, solid player the last 4 years, averaging 105.5 tackles, 12.5 TFLs, and just over 2 sacks during that time. And he's got 9 forced fumbles over the last 4 years. So yeah, I think he's worth $21.6 million over 3 years. He does accept, but we do have to recognize that he is getting up there in age and will be declining. Ratings-wise, well, on this contract, I'm all right with that, though. It is time to hop, or I should say fly, into another game. We are the Jets, after all. This time it's against the Buccaneers, so a battle of sky and sea. The Buccaneers playing in their first home game of the year. They are 1-1 on the season. Lost in week 1, won in week 2. So the opposite of us. We'll start on offense with a run. Braylon Allen pinballing ahead. Get a 9 for the big running back out of Wisconsin to get us started on offense. Breece Hall, wide right, getting a block, and another, and Breece Hall, there he goes up near midfield, running for 20 yards. With 2 runs, and nearly 30 yards on those 2 runs. Great start. Garrett Wilson catching a pass and moving the chains. He had 8 catches and 80 yards and a touchdown in week 2. I know it was a bad loss, but it was great to see him making a lot of plays out there. He only had 3 catches in week 1, remember. Fields to Wilson again, and he is out of bounds near the 10. Out of bounds at the 9, they say it is goal to go. Out of an I formation look, going to be a toss to Breece Hall, who is still looking for his first rushing touchdown this year. He will not get it here. He's going to be forced out of bounds at the 1. He remains in the game on 2nd and goal. He'll get another try, getting hit in the backfield right away by Vita Vea somehow. Able to stay on his feet for a second, but going to be cleaned up by Antoine Winfield Jr. Braylon Allen, much like Breece Hall, no rushing touchdowns this season. He runs up the middle and is denied at the goal line. An illegal block in the back call on Garrett Wilson. The Buccaneers will decline it, so it is going to be 4th and goal at the 1. The Jets will leave the offense out there. They're going to quarterback sneak it into the end zone as Justin Fields shows his running backs how to find the end zone. His 3rd rushing touchdown this season. The Buccaneers down by a touchdown. Mayfield off a play-action fake is going to hit O'Keefe in the flat, who is going to cough the ball up. Sauce Gardner picking it up, taunting Baker Mayfield on his way into the end zone. Hold on, though. It is going to be reviewed, and O'Keefe looks like he was down before the ball came out. Buccaneers catching a break. They get to maintain possession. It's a screen to Bucky Irving. He'll spin by Quincy Williams. That is one of the tightest spin moves you're ever going to see. Made the newly extended Quincy Williams look like a fool on the play. Mayfield going deep for Cade Otton, and Otton will bring it down. Had to sky up to get that one. He's 6'5" and nearly got overthrown. 3rd down for the Buccaneers. Nobody running beyond the marker. An odd play call, and Mayfield has no choice but to throw this one away. Absolutely surrounded by Jets defenders. After a punt by them and a punt by us, the Buccaneers are on offense again. Mayfield running on 3rd and 7. The Bulldog mentality. Not sliding. Powering his way across midfield. Down at 43. Later on the drive, it's 3rd and 10. Mayfield getting the ball out of his hands quickly to Chris Godwin, who is forced out of bounds at the 19. It'll be 4th and 4. The Buccaneers are all right with kicking a field goal here, so they bring out Chase McLaughlin. The 36-yard try is good, and the Buccaneers will fire off the cannons, making it 7-3. Jets hoping to score another touchdown. It's an RPO throw to Garrett Wilson, who spins off a defender and stiff arms another one, Antoine Winfield Jr. Finally, he's going to be forced out of bounds at the Tampa Bay 37. A great effort by Garrett Wilson. Fields on 3rd and long is going to fit this one into a tight window to Allen Lazard to keep the drive going and put the Jets in the red zone. What about 3rd and 9? Does Fields have another big play in him on this drive? No, he doesn't. He's going to be drilled by Vita Vea, who lays the boom and gets the sack. Too far to go for it here, so up comes Harrison Mevis, the thicker kicker. Still perfect on his career, and he's going to remain perfect, putting it up and through, making this a 7-point game again. Tampa Bay with 4:32 to go in the half is going to run it. Bucky Irving spinning off a saw, stiff-arming Tony Adams, and Quinnen Williams saving a touchdown, hustling down the field. Sauce Gardner dealing with some back spasms at the end of the play. Looks like he's already back out there, though. Mayfield to Godwin. He runs over Malachi Moore, and he is going to score. Chris Godwin looks to be fully recovered from that dislocated ankle he suffered last year. That is his 4th touchdown of the season. And this game is tied. Fields looking, throwing deep over the middle. It's popped up in the air by Allen Lazard and intercepted by Antoine Winfield Jr. Give an assist to Levante David, a veteran linebacker who's been around, now 13 years. This is his 14th year in the NFL. He was the one that popped that ball up in the air. Mayfield to Godwin. He's going to score again. His 2nd touchdown of the half and 5th of the season. We were up 7. We're now down 7. So some time left in the half, and the Jets have all their timeouts. Fields running up the middle, not sliding, and he's lit up. Levante David forcing another turnover. What a complete disaster for the Jets. They were leading not that long ago. They were up 10-3 with under a minute to go in the half, and they're now going to be down by 10 points at halftime. Just a brutal ending to the first half. New York at least has the ball to begin the second half. Fields on 3rd down will hit Garrett Wilson, and he's down a couple of yards short of a first. It'll be 4th and 2. The Jets, they're going to leave the offense out there. Let's see what they can do. Fields back to throw, rolling to his right. Nobody open. Now he's under pressure. He'll heave it off his back foot in desperation, and nobody's home. He wanted Mason Taylor to come back to the ball, and they were just not on the same page. So it is another turnover. This time a turnover on downs. Bucky Irving right up the middle. That is a huge gain. So the collapse we saw start in the second quarter, it is carried over into the second half and into the third quarter. A wide open man. What are we doing right now? Offense looking horrible, turning the ball over. Defense getting gashed left and right through the air or on the ground. The Buccaneers have it goal to go. Emeka Egbuka, the rookie out of the Ohio State, he's going to get into the end zone. That is his first touchdown in the NFL. So we are now down by 3 scores, and this feels like a point in the game where we need something, or this game is over. Fields taking a shot deep down the field for Garrett Wilson, and he brings it in. What a catch by Garrett Wilson, and he did it while being interfered with. So obviously we decline the PI penalty and take the big play through the air. Drive it would stall out. Harrison Mevis on for a 40-yard field goal. He's going to make the kick and make this a 2-score game again. For the defense, our defense, it needs to do something. We need a play out of them. Mayfield to Evans over the middle. He makes a man miss, breaks a tackle, and is still going all the way to the 12-yard line. Hunk, he still got it. Making a big play like that. Luckily, Sauce Gardner, despite his back spasms, was able to make the tackle. But it wouldn't matter. Bucky Irving, he's going to race into the end zone, untouched for an easy score. And the Buccaneers would score again after this to make it 40-13. So this game, it's really all but over. Playing for stats at this point. Josh Reynolds, he's going to get a touchdown. The first of the year for him. He's on his 6th team in the NFL, getting some extra playing time thanks to the Arian Smith injury. We do get a stop, get the ball back. Unfortunately, Fields, he's going to toss another INT to Antoine Winfield Jr., and that would be the end of Justin Fields' day. We would pull him after this, pull pretty much all of our starters that we could, and bring in Brady Cook, who is an undrafted rookie out of Missouri. So he's making his NFL debut, and there is his first completion in the NFL. Goes to Josh Reynolds. With a minute 5 to go, we're across midfield. Brady Cook leading us down the field. Throwing a screen to Braylon Allen. He gets a couple of blocks and is down at the 19. So a chance here to finish the game on a positive. But Buccaneers still have their starting defense out there. Can we get into the end zone? Brady Cook to the end zone. It's caught. What a throw by Brady Cook to Mason Taylor. It is the first touchdown in both of their careers, in Mason Taylor and Brady Cook's careers. So we end up losing, but at least we get a nice way to end things. A 43-28 final score as we fall to 1-2. That game against the Steelers feels like it was forever ago. What a complete 180 it has been since then. I mean, just getting destroyed by the Bills. Our defense couldn't stop them. And then in this game, our offense pulls an Amber Heard and shits the bed. And there was really nothing that was positive to take away from this game. In the game against the Bills, at least we could say the offense played all right. In this one, our defense is getting torched. So even if we weren't turning the ball over, I don't know if we would have won this game with the way our defense is playing. One of the very few positives was Garrett Wilson, who had a great game. And I guess the other thing I would say is Armand Membu, the Jets' first-round pick, the rookie tackle out of Missouri, had a good game, 5 pancakes and no sacks allowed. Lewis Cine, how about we sign him, the former first-round pick of the Minnesota Vikings. He suffered a devastating leg injury his rookie year over in London. It's only 25, so maybe we could resurrect his career. He's not going to play right away a ton. Besides on special teams, we'll have him be one of our punt gunners. And he could also be out there on kickoffs and other things. We open up a roster spot for him. We will be sending Michael Barrett back to the practice squad. The linebacker problem, not really a problem anymore. Both the guys we had injured are now healthy in Jamin Davis and Buddy Johnson. And we have an open practice squad spot because the Cowboys poached Aaron Smith off of our practice squad. I think it is time that we offer Breece Hall a contract extension. He's only 24 years old, and he's averaging 97 total yards per game. Now, do I think he's the best running back in the NFL? No, but we're not going to offer him a contract that would make him the highest paid running back in the NFL, or really even that close to it. We are going to offer him a 3-year, $24 million extension, which would put him as the 16th highest paid running back in the NFL. And to me, that seems pretty fair. Seems right around the range of where Breece Hall would fall in the rankings of running backs around the NFL. He ends up accepting, so yes, Breece Hall is under contract through 2028. That does not mean he's going to be our running back forever. We could always look to move him, and that contract is not that expensive. Same kind of thinking is going into this Tony Adams deal. Not necessarily because I think he's having a good year, but more so because he's a good asset to have. He is only 26, has star development, is a 77 overall. So we're going to offer him a pretty cheap deal, just a 2-year, $10 million one. If he sucks, we could always look to move it because the contract is not that big and he's an okay rated player. We could get something for him or have him be a throw-in in another type of a big deal. Now, if he's good, then this deal could become a bargain. Paying a starting safety about $5 million, that is a really good bargain if he's good. So by the way, that deal should work out. We have a primetime Monday Night Football game up next on our schedule against the division rival Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins, they just played in a primetime game in their last game, getting destroyed by the Bills to nobody's surprise, 31-13. It was a Thursday night game for them, so that means they have a few extra days to prepare for us, and they're going to need it because their quarterback, Tua, he's been hurt a lot in his career, and he's hurt again with a dislocated elbow this time. So, Zach Wilson, he's had a few extra days to prepare. The former Jet, who was the number 2 overall pick in the 2021 draft by the Jets, obviously it didn't work out. He went 12-21 as a starter here in 33 starts, put up some very ugly stats, and now he's with the Dolphins, a shot to beat us in a primetime game. And the winner of this one will be 2-2 and in second place in the AFC East. So it's a big game. We'll see if we can beat Zach Wilson and get revenge on him, or if he'll get revenge on us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.